What is up, FEG fam? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, maybe a relatively short one, but I did want to go ahead and talk about Yae Miko and talk about her more in a positive light, right? There's been a lot of negativity surrounding this character, and I understand where it's coming from, but at the same time, it's a bit sad and a bit of a shame because this character is so amazing in terms of personality, lore, character design, gameplay. She has it all, right? So it's a shame that there's so much negativity surrounding her, but it's kind of the norm as of late with the Genshin community in terms of new characters coming out, not living up to expectations, whatever the case may be, and then negativity being surrounded around them. So I wanted to go ahead and shed some positivity and maybe some hope at the same time. Now, as a quick disclaimer, what I talk about today is not here to sway you to pull for her by any means, and actually you should check out my last video if you haven't already. I implore you to do so, where I give my honest opinion on Yae Miko and what I think about her, but rather just once again shed some hope and some positivity. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, go ahead and drop a like. It helps out way more than you even know and is greatly appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, you enjoy the content, you've been watching all the videos, you just haven't subbed for whatever reason, go ahead and consider subscribing. Join the FBG family. We would love to have you stick around. We're on our way to 35K. Now, with that being said, what am I talking about exactly? Well, I believe that Yae Miko has the ability to age like fine wine. Have you ever heard that expression? To where she may be better down the line, down the road, and she may be more viable in some time. So what I mean by that exactly is, one, we haven't had the ability to really max out her talents, right? So we haven't been able to see what her quote-unquote full potential could be when it comes to damage output and things of that nature. We have to be able to invest a little more into her to see what she's really capable of. So that's one thing that I did want to just make sure to highlight and note and remind people, that we haven't had that ability. So when you see these comparisons with other characters where their talents are maxed out or they're crowned, it's not really accurate because we haven't had the opportunity to do that with Yae Miko. Now, I do understand that we can gauge and have a really good idea of where she will be and where she'll fit when we are able to eventually, but at the same time, it would be nice to just be a little patient and wait and actually see that when those talents are maxed out. Now, secondly, I did want to go ahead and mention that she may have the Kokomi effect, where she gets an artifact, or Tartaglia, where she gets an artifact down the road that is tailor-made for her, rather than having to mismatch artifacts together to try and make something work, right? And I think Yae Miko is deserved, just like other characters, to get a dedicated artifact set that is really tailor-made for her kit and her gameplay. Right now, I feel like we're playing with hand-me-downs in a sense, and that's just my own opinion, and I'm just being honest with you guys. When I put 2-piece Thundering Fury, 2-piece Shimenawa, or 2-piece Emblem of Severed Fate and 2-piece Thundering Fury, I just feel like I'm using hand-me-down artifacts, mismatch them together and hope it works, and I'm just doing the best with what I have. And I feel like Yae Miko deserves better, and I think she will get better. I think she'll get a dedicated artifact set that plays into her kit, her build, in terms of, you know, 2-piece boosting elemental mastery while doing something else, and then the 4-piece, when you do elemental skills, you get something for it, and then it boosts your elemental burst damage, something of that nature, right? I'm just throwing things around and I'm kind of spitballing here, but I'm just trying to state that I think she deserves an artifact set, and I think she'll get one, so that may be something that we can look forward to and maybe have our hopes for. Now, the last thing I did want to mention, and this is a little more far-fetched, but I wanted to mention this nonetheless because we've seen some quote-unquote sus leaks about this, but Dendro, the element itself, which is far away, I don't want to make it seem like it's around the corner, but it is far off, but it could possibly help with Yae Miko, and it can help with her elemental mastery, her damage output, with the reactions that are there for Dendro and Electro. It could be something that Yae Miko can benefit from, and we can really see a resurgence with this character when the Dendro element drops and she gets her own artifact set. I think Yae Miko's stock will rise much like Kokomi's did, and still is, I should say, at this moment. And so I just think that there's an opportunity here for Yae Miko to really have, like I mentioned before, a resurgence in the game. She may be not that great right now, which, by the way, I think she is great. I think she's fine the way she is. She operates really well in terms of damage output, but I think people had a level of expectations for this character because of who she is, and I think that with those things in place, being able to max out her talents, possibly getting an artifact set dedicated to her, and then the dendro element possibly being able to help her a ton, I think if we see those things implemented in the game, then her stocks will rise considerably, and she'll be way more viable, and people will be using her a lot more and recommending her a lot more. Anyways, guys, just something that I wanted to talk about with you. Once again, just bring some positivity to this character instead of even more negativity. Now, once again, I have to reiterate, I still don't recommend pulling for Yae Miko if you're on the fence about pulling for her. If you're not sure you want to pull for her, then don't go for her. I would say save and go for a character like the Raiden Shogun or another character in the future. But once again, I just wanted to go ahead and do this video to get your thoughts and see what you guys have to say. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Like I mentioned, short video. But I do appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do, literally everything that you do. My name is Cody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.